Hey, it's Melissa from Kiwibanana, and today is like my first full day in Las Vegas. So my partner and I have been doing about 20 hours of travel to get from Christchurch all the way to Las Vegas. And we got there, dropped all their stuff off Airbnb, and then went down to, I guess what they would call it, like the Strip, just to check out, I guess, all the hustle and bustle of the main area in Las Vegas. And I found a really good Mexican place that had a whole section of vegan food, and that was quite good, just to try some of that. And then I guess we went to bed quite late. I didn't really get a lot of sleep throughout the whole trip and just had a really good sleep. Got up this morning, it was about 34 degrees, and just went for a wee jog. It was pretty slow, it wasn't very long. It was about sort of a high of about 14 degrees at home before we left. So I'm just trying to get used to the climate, and I guess the time zones are slightly different as well. So I actually tried to film this outside, and it's about 38 degrees out there, and the phone started to overheat. So I had to come into the bathroom. Not exactly as nice as it is outside, but we'll just make do with that. So I guess our next venture is we're gonna go see if we can get some bicycles. So we're gonna go to a second-hand shop, we're gonna walk there, see if we can get some bikes, then we can use that to get around the city. And then hopefully we can then take them to Burning Man afterwards as well. So get more than one use out of them, which would be really good. And it's a cheaper way to probably get around where we are. It's not like we're really gonna be, doing anything too silly. So we'll definitely be able to, get around on bikes. It should be fine. So yeah, I will see if I can take you along for some of this part of our travels, and I will see you soon. So we just went and got our bikes, and we just went to like a pawn shop where I guess people just give stuff there, well, sell stuff, and then we can then buy it second hand. We just had a wee cycle around. We possibly got the internet sorted for our phones, well, one of the phones, so that is good. And I'm just eating up some food that I brought. I went to like this 99-cent shop and bought some tin food and it's not that nice. But it's something and it's cheap. So this morning we had oats. We just got some Quaker oats. And I forgot to mention, when I went to the 99 cent store, I found this. It was like $2 something US, and you can't even buy plant milk in New Zealand any larger than 1 litre, and this is like nearly 2 litres or half a gallon. So yeah, I must say everything here is bigger. The roads are bigger, the cars are bigger, everything is bigger. So I thought I would just try this. And because not everything that I brought there was very enjoyable. Smells good. And cashew milk in New Zealand is like $8 New Zealand for like a litre, which is, I don't know, probably pretty close to like $6 US, $5 or $6 US. I'm gonna try it. This one's like vanilla cashew flavour. It's good, it's really sweet. Everything here is really sweet, like you sweeten everything. Everything's like super sweet. Another thing I noticed, when we're like going down the road, you could just like walk out onto the road and everyone would like stop you. Like you wouldn't do that in New Zealand. Like people would legit like run you over. And I'm really confused with the tipping. I'm not sure, like, am I supposed to tip when I'm like at shops and things like that? I assume not. I don't know. It's hard. It's confusing. So last night we went out and about to explore. We decided we'd just take our bikes, and I tell you what, it was actually really fun. But no one seems to do it. Like, none of the tourists do it, and I don't really know why not. Like, it was really fun. It's probably the best way to get around. It's kind of like that happy medium between like saving time because you're not having to walk everywhere, but it's not quite as quick as like obviously a taxi or Uber or whatever, if you know, or public transport depending on where you're going and how far away you got to go. But also, like, it's so much cheaper. Like, it doesn't literally. We just went to a shop that had secondhand bikes, got them, and yeah, so it was about $200 US, and so it wasn't exactly the cheapest. I would have liked to have gone on Craigslist and found some, but I didn't have much luck. And some of the people weren't getting back to me, and some of them I may have contacted probably a week or two early. But so anyway, I thought this would be a great way to get around Las Vegas, and we're going to go pick up our van tomorrow for us to then drive up to Reno. But until then, we're just going to keep using the bikes. It's actually I really like getting around. I like cycling anyway. Like, they're not like the comfiest bikes. Like, Scott's got like a little like BMX, and my one's not exactly the perfect fit either. But it does the job, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. The only thing is that we did get in a little bit of trouble. Well, not really. The police kind of stopped us and was like, well, you don't have any lights on your bike, so we need to put some of those on them if we go out again in the evening. Again, tonight. So yeah, I actually brought some over because I had a whole lot of bike lights that I brought over that I knew that we were going to need if we went out in the evening at Burning Man. So I will attach those to the bikes later. And last night I tried Chipotle for the first time. Jesus, and that was pretty good. Like, you could get some reasonably healthy options there, which I was quite happy with, because I have noticed that a lot of the food here is not. I don't know. Maybe it's just because like it's a bit harder when you're not like have a kitchen set up full of food. Can make it a bit harder to eat healthy. But yeah, so this morning I've been for a run again. Went a bit longer this time. It's not quite as hot today as it was yesterday morning, and it's just got some oats and strawberries, and I put some of that cashew milk in there. It was a little bit naughty and put a little bit of maple syrup in there. But yeah, so that'll it's just a really cheap breakfast. Strawberries were like 99 US cents for a reasonably large punnet, so I was quite happy with that. Sorry about the aeroplanes. So today we're probably going to go get some supplies for Burning Man. I found a really cool secondhand shop yesterday, and I know there's a number of other secondhand shops, so I want to get a few sort of like costumes, or just like crazy sort of things that you might not wear on a day-to-day but would look, like Burning Man. You can just dress up however you want, wear whatever you want. So I'll have a look today and see if I can find some things at those secondhand shops, especially that one that I did see. We do have a few things that we're going to need to get, so things like tents and stuff like that, but that's okay. That's no big deal. I'm trying to think, we probably had some other things. Always have my trusty diary. I'd forget so much if I didn't have my diary. Yeah, just things like, bike repair kits, tents, I guess. There's a few other things that we can get as well. Whoop, another one. I'll see you again soon. We come out and we locked our bikes over here, and now there is one down here, and that's not our bike,
and then snap the cord. So guys, always get a D-lock. D-lock is the only way to go because they have to get some major equipment to cut that. So we'll be off to get some more bikes tomorrow. Maybe even better ones actually, because we've seen them cheaper somewhere else, so not all that bad.
Fuck.